All right, what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's out there staying motivated and accomplishing their goals, whatever they may be. A lot of you guys have been asking me about the supplements that I like to use and what works for me being an endurance athlete. And it just so happened that today I received a supplement drop, a supply drop of all my supplements that I like to use. And I figured I'd go over them one by one, talk about the benefits and why they work for me and why I think that they would work for you. Now, just keep in mind that I am an endurance athlete. Also, I consider myself to be a hybrid athlete, meaning I go to the gym, I lift heavy, I focus on gaining and maintaining muscle, but I also like to do endurance events. I like to run long distances, I like to run marathons. So I have to try to find a common ground between those two sorts of training and be able to supplement that effectively to really focus on good recovery. And so the supplements that I use are geared towards that sort of training and athleticism. So just remember that as we're going forward. I think these supplements are good for the majority of the goals that are out there. But again, this is my perfect storm combination for the endurance or hybrid athlete, if you will. Also, all these supplements that I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to drop a link to it in the description. That'll actually take you to Amazon. So you can look at these things on your own, do a little bit more research, or you can just get them if you want. Totally up to you. Also, if you're into these sorts of things, all things Army, whether it be military fitness, information on schools and training, or career enhancement, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to talk about the first supplement. All right, so the first supplement that we'll talk about is Carbo Gain. This supplement is super important for me being an endurance athlete. I like to use it because I like to do the majority of my runs first thing in the morning and on an empty stomach. You definitely want to make sure that you have some sort of energy in your system before you start a run, right? So the way that I solve that issue is supplementing with carbs. One scoop and it will give you 240 calories worth of carbs. All right, so what I usually do is I'll take one scoop of this, mix it in with my BCAAs and my pre-workout early in the morning, down it with a bottle of water, and I'm good to go for 6 to 10 to 15 miles just on one scoop. Sometimes I might do 2 scoops.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
But this definitely is good for somebody who's trying to get in those long distance miles. It's also good for the endurance athlete because if you're not supplementing with carbs like this, then you run the risk of burning protein before you burn carbohydrates when you're doing long distance events, and you'll end up burning more muscle than you desire, right? So this is something very important for an endurance athlete, definitely something that you need if you're trying to get long distances in. So BCAAs are going to be extremely important to take. Also, when you're talking about recovery or maintenance of muscle, branched chain amino acids are amino acids that are the building blocks of protein, which are the building blocks of muscle. And sometimes your muscles just don't get the appropriate amino acids that you would get from a daily diet. So you supplement with BCAAs just to kind of make sure that your muscles are getting everything that they need to recover properly and to maintain themselves when you're doing those long distance events. This is my favorite one. I kind of rotate between this one and one that's made by BPI, but this is technically my favorite BCAA that I like to use. The reason why I like to use this one is because it comes with electrolytes added into it, it comes with glutamine added into it, and it also has citrulline. Those are kind of like bonus ingredients besides just the regular BCAAs. So this is kind of like the total package when you're talking about BCAAs. Plus it just tastes really good. All right, this is the pre-workout that I just love using. I've gone through a lot of pre-workouts throughout the years, but I've been using this one for like the last couple of years. It's called One More Rep. The reason why I really like it, first, it's not like super expensive. And second, it has, I mean, just the supplement, like the label, the actual ingredients in the pre-workout are like the best that you're going to be able to find out there on the market, in my opinion, or at least for being a hybrid athlete. You've got the citrulline, that's going to give you extra energy, and it's going to give you those pumps that you're looking for. You've got the carnitine, that's going to help your body focus more on burning fat. You've got beetroot, which is going to help your body produce nitric oxide. So if you're looking for like that vascularity and that extra pump, beetroot's where it's at. Betaine in there, you know, like when you take pre-workout and you feel that tingly feeling, that's what's causing that. You got a few other things in here that are going to help you out. The Himalayan pink salt's going to help you out with hydration. and energy. And then you also have 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Which in my opinion is like just the right amount. I consider myself a little bit of a caffeine junkie, but like, you know, if you're really trying to get that boost in the gym and you're really trying to lift heavy, or if you're really trying to go that extra mile when you're on your runs, you're going to need that little caffeine boost to help you go just that extra mile. I'll usually use 1 full scoop when I go and lift at the gym, and then I'll typically use like half a scoop when I go on my long runs. This really is like the perfect pre-workout. This is probably what I'm going to keep using for the next few years until they make something better. I love this stuff. All right, here's a little bonus product that I like to use. It's also made by BCAAs, and it's CLA and carnitine. So CLA is really good. It's an omega-6 fatty acid that promotes the burning of fat through your body rather than muscle tissue. Okay, so just supplementing regularly with CLA in general is actually, even though it is a fat itself, it's going to help you burn fat naturally. So that's just good to have. So again, being an endurance athlete, putting a lot of miles in, but trying to get bigger at the same time, you're going to want anything you can get to kind of help you maintain that muscle mass that you work so hard for. Carnitine is really good for that. So this is just one of those supplements that I like to add a little bit extra to my daily routine. If you're wondering what kind of protein I like to use, this is absolutely by far, in my opinion, the best protein you're going to find out there. There's 3 main reasons why I say that. One is the cholesterol level. Look at the cholesterol, 0 grams. I challenge you to go out there and find a protein that has 0 grams of cholesterol that isn't like $120 for 5 pounds, okay? It's very rare to see something like that, and it's something that an endurance athlete really benefits from, because being an endurance athlete, I take probably, I mean, anywhere between 3 to 5 scoops of this a day. So that's a lot of, you know, protein scoops in a given day. And if you were to take like some other protein supplement, typically you'd see cholesterol levels at like 25 to 35% of your daily values. That adds up really quick, and now you're starting to look at like unhealthy cholesterol levels just by trying to do the right thing and build muscle. But this helps you out with that. You don't have to worry about cholesterol as much. It also has 2 grams of fiber in it, which is really good for helping with absorption and digestion. And we all know how hard it is to get your fiber in, especially if you're on a high protein diet. Right now, my protein levels sits at around 210 grams a day. So it's hard for me to get the fiber that I need from natural sources in order to make sure that that protein is moving through my body effectively and getting broken down like it should. So this is just, that helps me out just a little bit, just having those 2 grams. Again, it's not typical in protein supplements to see fiber in it, so this is really cool. And then lastly, it's got 25 grams of protein. It tastes really good, and it's really high in potassium as well, which is very good for recovery. If you're the kind of person that goes to the gym and you just feel like super sore for a couple days afterwards, try supplementing with some additional potassium and see if that works. Typically that will help you recover faster and get rid of some of that soreness. So again, having a high level of potassium in your protein supplement is just a good thing, you know, can't complain. So again, this is just one of those protein supplements that has everything you need. It's complete whey protein isolate, so there's no whey concentrate in there. And the difference between isolate and concentrate is that concentrate's gonna just kind of be absorbed a little slower in your system. Isolate's gonna hit you a lot faster. So when you're looking for like that quick recovery, getting something into your bloodstream right away and start the recovery process immediately, you really wanna look for whey protein isolate. A lot of protein supplements out there will have like combinations of both. This one's pure isolate. It's not super expensive, and it's just a really good brand name that's, you know, very reputable out there. All right, last but not least, probably the most important thing of all is a good multivitamin supplement. And this, after, you know, years of trying different multivitamins and giving them all a try, this is the one that I would recommend to all of you guys. It's the Optimum Nutrition Optimen. Okay, and the reason for it, I'm not going to get too much into the supplement label because it's just long, and I'm sure you guys would get bored with that. But to sum it up, I'm just going to say that everything that you need from a good multivitamin is going to be in this. And then there'll also be some extra things in there that are going to help you with recovery, give you some extra energy, and help you with your testosterone levels naturally. So as somebody with a lot of experience and who is a certified personal trainer, I think this is probably the most important supplement of all, even with all the other things I talked about, this is the most important thing. And a lot of people will go out there and they'll get the protein, they'll get the pre-workout, they'll get the BCAAs, and they'll still just feel like something's short, like they're just not recovering correctly, or they don't have the energy levels they should. They're just not as healthy. And the reason for that is maybe their diet just isn't hitting the mark. But if you get a solid multivitamin, then your diet doesn't necessarily need to be exactly perfect, because you're supplementing with all the vitamins that you actually do need in order to help your body recover at maximum potential. Okay, so this is like the first thing that you should be getting before you start looking at anything else. So you remember when your mom told you to take your vitamins? Well, I'm telling you too. Take your vitamins.
Just do it! Just do it! Do it!
All right, guys, so these are the supplements that I use to help me get through even my hardest workouts. Whether you're working out at the gym and trying to gain some muscle, or you're working on your endurance, trying to get your 5-mile run down, or even trying to get your 2-mile run down, all these supplements are going to be beneficial for you to help you achieve your goals in that way. All these supplements are safe to use, especially for soldiers. So while I absolutely recommend all of these supplements here, I also recommend that you stay away from things like HGH, testosterone boosters, SARMs.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
First of all, I don't think they're worth the money. Second of all, those sorts of supplements are made by companies that you can't trust, so you don't really know what you're getting. And third, natural is just better. If you can reach your results using just these basic supplements, then you can be assured that your results are going to be longer lasting, and you're just going to feel a lot better. You're going to be a lot healthier. So I definitely recommend that you give these products a try. Again, I dropped the links down in the description. You can go check them out. All right, if you have any other questions, or if you have some input on supplements of your own that you want to share with the community, go ahead and drop it in the comments, because we want to hear about it. Again, I want to remind you to like and subscribe so we can push this video out to as many people on YouTube as possible. It's good information. Besides that, that's all I got. I'll see you on the next video.